on the Instagram as well. We'll see if our microphone works here. Going live right now. And microphones working as well. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Saturday Night Jaw Harp Live, where we are playing jaw harp style musical instruments from around the world. Harps I've been into. I've been playing a lot of harps in D for some reason. Thursday night I laid out a whole bunch of harps I had in D and just played each one and seen how each one felt and the different nuances I got out of the harp, because each harp has its own personality. The Brain of Lane hath returned. Welcome, Brain of Lane. How are you? We'll start off playing this Sisolka Rabach in D. Super stable. Flipside Fish says, hello, Harpy. Hello back at you. Was it Flipside Fish? Were you the one who fixed the harp? Boxcar Bets helped you fix your harp last week? Oh, welcome, Privyet. Welcome to the live upload. We're playing jaw harp style musical instruments. And Flipside Fish says that is correct. So does that mean that is the harp still playing well? Did the fix hold up? Let's play a different harp in D. This is probably my favorite harp in D, 440 hertz as of late. And I only unboxed these yesterday. You can look for this unboxing to go up in a couple weeks. The Temur Comus Pro, I think Bakat Najaratov. I'm probably not saying his name correctly. He makes these. This D2 was my favorite. The Harpery. Hey, that's the great Porky Miller at the Harpery's tuning in. Yeah, Porky, check it out. Here next week, you're going to be getting a whole bunch of Temur Comus in the mail. I unboxed them. The ones in D2 are super, super ultra medium. Oh, they play so well. How's my Christmas? Christmas is awesome. Elin Arca says have the same. Oh, Elin Arca, you have the Temur Comus. These things are fire, dude. Flipside Fish says, yes, I did it, and it was fine. I was trying to say... Oh, yeah, don't let it hit your teeth. Don't want to do that. Loisy says... Oh man, I cannot hardly read Russian at all. I can read a couple words in Russian, but Privyet and welcome. Saif Rashash says, hello from Dubai. God bless you all. Oh, cool. And can you comment, Saif? Are there places, you probably living in Dubai, you probably can order jaw harps. Do you have a jaw harp, or how do you come across the feed? Yeah, they're clean too. I really like this D2. I can really bounce it in both directions really well. Jonathan Sartini says, are guinea pigs coo and jump when they hear this? Oh, cool. Guinea pigs be dancing, or you're getting some type of reaction out of the guinea pigs. I'm going to play a couple other of the Temur Comus. The D2 was my favorite. He made them all the way down to G0. Here's a G1. G1, A1, around that range is a bass harp that I really enjoy. And the G1 Temur Comus are no different. All the Temur Comus look pretty much the same. Some of them had tails on them I had requested tails on them, but they're all the same 4-bend pattern, because you think when you're bending it up, you have 2 bends here, you have 1 bend, 2 bend, and then 3 bend, 4 bend. I like 4 bends. In harps I make, I do a 4-bend pattern, but I don't have the expertise this maker has. This maker, like, I unboxed a bunch of them, and they were super consistent. Cannabis New Jersey says, I could see myself having fun with this. What's this called? Jaw harp. Although you want to avoid the toy jaw harps they sell on the internet, avoid this one. A lot of people get tricked into buying Snoopy harps and Civil War jaw harps, trophy jaw harp, first note jaw harp. Yeah, just stay away from this one here. Trophy Music also sells it as well. They don't sound well. I used to play it for demonstration. I don't play it because it hurts my teeth. I feel like a lot of undue vibration goes into my mouth. But yeah, these are jaw harps. This one in particular is a Temur Komus out of Kyrgyzstan. This is the G1. Drinking some Yaupon Holly tea. When I can find it, I really enjoy it. It's actually a plant that occurs in North America, the only caffeine-bearing plant in North America. And people in North America drank it for like 8,000 years. Orchard Guy 80 says, howdy, glad to catch this week's stream. Been digging the comparison videos. Oh, cool, yeah, and I plan on continuing that trend. I was thinking, like, a lot of people out there, like, when I first got started with jaw harp, I didn't know what different tones of jaw harp sounded like. So when I'd call into Mark Music or Mark at Mouth Music, I'd call in. I'm like, hey, what harps do you have? And he's like, oh, I have some D2 Blackfire, I have G2, I have A2. I'm like, that doesn't mean anything to me. I didn't have a good frame of reference, so I'm putting the videos out there so that people can get acquainted with at least what the pitch of different jaw harps sounds like. And then I'm going to be doing some other comparison videos of a bunch of harps in the same note and how the sounds, the playability of them varies. Each harp is, in my opinion, like a dancing partner. Each harp has a personality that if you let it will shine through. SS Slinger says, try using a pink eraser to clean rust. Oh, cool. Yeah, that is a good tip. I don't have one handy. I use a pink pearl eraser because you can get down in the embouchure areas. But oftentimes, knock on wood, my harps don't rust because I wipe them free and clean and clear of moisture immediately, and I immediately hit them with oil. I keep coconut oil handy and just use it like a balm. And I get right all the way down to the end, because the areas you see rusting a lot of times on people's harps is right there on the end, because they might wipe it off, but they didn't take the time and the extra effort to get down in there. So there might be a little bit of moisture left on there, and moisture causes oxidation on harps that are like that'd be iron bearing, or what we call, I think, ferrous. Garage NTB Garage says, you look like my uncle. Oh, cool. I don't think that I am, but yeah. I probably look like a lot of people, and a lot of people probably look like me. And also, people saying they like the videos that we're putting out, the comparison videos. I have a writing utensil and a way to write. If anybody has any ideas for things that they'd like to see in a video, or questions that they'd like answered in a video, right now at the beginning of the year, I've got some content out, or some ideas out. But also, if you have an idea, let me know, because when people watching come up with a question or make a request for a video, oftentimes those videos do the best, because if one person has thought of it, other people probably have had the same question. And if I don't know the answer, I will do research and experimentation and see if I can come up with an answer. Brandon Lane says, the shape goes into the shape. Was that a cough? You have tuberculosis. No, I don't believe that. However, I do work in heating and air, so there's a lot of dust going on. Also, the air is super, super humid here in Kansas because we've still got snow outside. It's been 50 to 60 degrees out for the past couple of days, so we've had our 1.5 foot of snow has been melting. Orchard Guy 80 says, it's neat how you can have 2 harps in the key example A, but they sound totally different because of materials, length, coupled with style. Yeah, and also I don't know if this is a correct analogy, but another thing I think about is you can play a certain note on a trumpet, and you can play that same note on a guitar, and you play that same note in the same octave on a piano, and all three of those sound different. So they all have their own timbre, their own characteristics, their own flavor. I think timbre is would timbre be the correct Timbre? Would that be the correct word for that? Colton Rao says, "Big ear, holy yeah, oh yeah." That has been actually also a comment I've got on a lot of videos, and it's really helped my videos out because people comment on my ears. It seems like multiple people comment on it. I was like, oh, good. I love comments because comments are like on your YouTube videos are probably what I view as like the best type of user engagement. When the algorithm looks at how a video is going to do and whether it's going to show it more, user engagement is a big part of that. So when people comment about my ears, I love that. I've also got my ears are also kind of misshapen. I've got some hard spots in my ear, touch of a cauliflower. I've got, where is it? I've got a hard spot in my ear just from grappling and stuff too. But my ears have always pretty much stuck straight out from my head. I love that my ears could also destroy a stocking cap. Those stocking caps that are just like single thickness, like beanies. My ears will actually stretch it out and it won't even touch my head anymore. So yeah, my ears have got a good push to them. I do love my ears and the way that they work. Boxcar Bet says timbre, Timbre, would be like sound profile, buzzy versus clean, etc. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. Like the ears, bro. Yes, yeah, I like them too. I can hear pretty good. My wife, when she was going to school, her profession involves testing people's hearing as well. And she would, I was her guinea pig. She'd always be testing my hearing. And she's like, oh, you have really good hearing. So since that point, that was in my early 20s, and I'm 40 now, I've been taking care of my hearing by always wearing hearing protection when I'm doing anything loud or droning. And my hearing is good. I like it. Flipside Fish says, question, what is the biggest Morchung? Gorka 500, but I think he has also made 700 gram Morchung. I don't have any of the giant Morchung. They're too big for me to play, like for everyday players. I played them before as things passed through for the Harpery, for unboxings. I played them, but yeah, that's probably the biggest Morchung. I don't get into playing like massively large harps. Rockwell Mawal says Bigvana 750. Yeah, oh yeah, if that's a 750 gram Morchung, yeah, that's a heavy. I played 500 gram, and that's the weight. 500 gram Gorkas. That was a big harp. What's your main harp you're playing every day? Well, I have kind of themes I go through throughout the week. My harp I play every single week for like probably the past 2 months. Zalagi Blackfire, and not every. I have a couple Blackfires, but this one in particular is one of my favorite everyday players because I know that I can hammer on. I know I can play it dynamically, and even if I were to abuse this harp and break it, I could go through enough Zalagis till I find another one that has these characteristics. But I've been playing a lot of Haretdinov, Phoenix harps. Just yesterday, I unboxed and kept a few of the Temerkomas from Nijeratov. I think his name is Bakat Nijeratov. I'm probably not pronouncing it correctly, but his harps have been really good, and they're going to be everyday players. But yeah, his harps have been really consistent. Also got some Shipanov coming up. I'm always playing Mohans. I'm always playing Veshkovich. A lot of times if I really want to hammer a harp fast, I'll go for my Czech Brummel. Yeah, there's a couple others. One of my favorite harps in D2 used to be my Iverson, but also I've added to that list my Nijeratov in D2. Here's the G1. And all of them from G0 on all the way up to D3 played well in both directions. The D3 didn't play as well in both directions, but if you get into third octave and you can make a harp that plays well in both directions, I don't think I've ever seen that. Do you got any Hungarian harps? Yeah, the Blackfire and the New Siberian. I've got a couple Chancellors. Yeah, those are Hungarian. This one is from Kyrgyzstan. Vincent Sony says, "Hello, brother. Good morning." Oh, good morning back at you. Woodman Gabe says, "What's up, man? How's the harping been going?" Oh, good. I've been playing the harp a lot, especially this weekend. I've had a lot of time so far from Thursday on of just to play the harp and immerse myself in the harps. And I'm going to have Monday off for my heating and air job as well, where I'm going to be building a harp for in bulk. So yeah, I'm going to be getting some footage a little bit. I'm not going to film the whole process, but I'm going to be getting some footage of building a harp. Retap says, "Do you hum in the harp?" But I'm really congested tonight. Maybe I am coming down or something, but I don't know. He says, "Do you hum into the harp?" No, in general, I don't hum into the harp. Here's if I hold my breath. They're just moving my tongue up and down. Here's if I'm breathing and opening and closing my glottis. But I'm not humming in it. I'm not vocalizing. It's like I'm doing. If I was to hum it, and I've done that before, kind of like made guttural noises or made some vocalization. I like to do it at a low volume, and I like to find something that works with the harp. Let's see what works with this harp. Take away the vocalization. There, I'm just holding my breath, like hold my breath, and like if I were to be singing, yeah, and when it goes yay, it's like I go yay, but I'm holding my breath and pushing out on my diaphragm with my tongue low, and then I bring my tongue up like I say yay, 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 but I'm holding my breath and I'm pushing out on my diaphragm, also pushing out on my nasal cavity. Yeah, but I'm holding my breath and I'm just pushing out hard on my diaphragm and even on my face. Because even that feeling of pushing out on your diaphragm, it changes the flavor of the harp. I'll just try that, and I won't push out while holding my breath, and then I will try to push out while holding my breath. Let's see here. Oh, I seen a good comment there. It took me a second to process it while I was playing the harp. Agyordo says, "I got a jaw harp from the USS Constitution in Boston, Massachusetts for $13, and it's not working." I agree with that statement, because what you probably got sold, Agyordo, is this harp. Does it look like this? This is a Snoopy harp, first note jaw harp, trophy jaw harp. They're awful. They sound awful. This one in particular is really uncomfortable to play. But yeah, it is defective by design. Get yourself a different harp. A lot of your Russian Vargan, Ukrainian Drimba, a lot of your Morchung. You could go, you don't even have to buy from there, but you go to a place called theharpery.com, and click on the beginner section and read on beginner jaw harps. Just get yourself acquainted with what to expect out of a $15, $20, $30 harp. Because just because a harp falls into a beginner category, that just means that, one, the harp is affordable, so you don't have to spend a bunch of money getting into jaw harping, and two, it's got a reasonable level of quality. One harp that you'll find, and you can even find them like on eBay and Amazon if you want to give your money to Jeff Bezos, who does a fantastic. Actually, Amazon does a fantastic job getting products out very quickly, but they're not always so nice to their workers. But anyways, this is a Pavel Pokin. This is a Vargan made in Russia by Pokin brothers. There's Vladimir and Pavel. This is Pavel. And this is what used to be a $10 Vargan now. They're anywhere from $20 to $40 on the internet, and they're of good, reasonable quality. They are a little bit on the smaller side, but you can get a lot out of a standard Poken. They make a lot of sound. Like this one's fairly melodic. And then here's one that's not melodic. It's more like zzz, zzz. And it's a little bit louder than the little bit more melodic one is, but they play relatively stable. They're easy to play. Yeah, even a Poken I have jammed. Like when I got my third harp, which was a Pavel Poken, I was so thrilled with it, so stoked on that harp for probably 6 months or so. It just had the right amount of snarl. I knew how to play it really well. It was easy to play. Let's play another harp. Let's play a Rajasthani Morchung. But this one's a bass one. This one's by Mohan out of Rajasthan. Oh, we're getting lots of comments. Thank you for all the comments. I love this. Okay, we see Harpy. I have those. Oh, cool. You got any sounds similar to GTA heist music? I've gotten that comment a lot about Grand Theft Auto, but I don't. I don't know what sounds they make in it because I don't play it. Do you think jaw harps are better for a main instrument for support or background? I think. Do you think jaw harps are better for a main instrument for support and background? I think it falls into the place that many instruments fall into. They could be many different things. A jaw harp can be a main instrument, the main instrument you play, the main part of your music. It could be a background thing. It could be added to other instruments. It can be whatever you want for it to be, just like a drum. A drum can be a main part of a music, or it could be a background thing, or it could be a supporting thing. So yeah, I think that any instrument you choose, the context in which you wish to use it is probably correct because that's how you're going to do it. Flip side, Fish says I have the Pavel Poken. Oh, cool. And Raquel says depends on skill set. Yeah. It's all going to depend on a variety of factors, I guess. Solar Otter says, I also just got a jaw harp for a few days off Amazon. And yes, comment below, how did that go? Was the arrival time good? Was the harp, when you took it out, was it well protected? The couple jaw harps I have ordered from Amazon, they came with no trigger protection, but they arrived just fine. Orch Guy 80 says, pretty much all my harps are beginner harps because that's all I've been able to afford since I started in 2020. Would love to get some Ovcharenko's, Babayev, etc. Oh, Orchard Guy 80, you've been commenting for a long time. Email bebcorp1@gmail.com. That's bebcorp1@gmail.com. Or email, you could also email the Harpery at gmail.com. That's Porky Miller. He'll just forward it on to me. I've got probably a used, really killer harp I'd get rid of for a good price, a low price. Because I've got so many harps. I like to keep harps to demonstrate and make videos with, but I also don't want to accumulate too many. So yeah, Orchard Guy 80, get a hold of me. Message me on some on a platform or on a email, and yeah, we'll get you hooked up with a cool harp. Solar Otter says, I don't know. It's supposed to become the 7th, so I don't know. Oh, cool. I hope I hope it arrives, and I hope you have an awesome time with it. Comment below, what did you order off the Amazon? This is the Mohan deep bass. Actually, what's that? How's that relate to? Okay, I have a G1 here. That's below a G1, I think. Yeah, that's lower. Yeah, G1's definitely higher pitched than whatever the Mohan is. We're going to play a couple more harps, and we're going to get out of here. Let's play the Mohan. Van says, my daughter got me a P Poken off Amazon for Christmas. I've really been enjoying learning to play. Oh, yeah, dude, Poken are killer. I love the Poken. You probably seen that occur. I read a comment, was going over to my head, and the rhythm I was playing, I totally lost. Okay, Alma Moore says, which is the biggest jaw harp you have? Biggest one I have, longest, okay, biggest harp I have would be, I've had bigger harps in my collection. But the biggest harp in my collection right now is I have a Plekhanov Megatron 137. However, I also have a Oleg Niga Holotrope, which would be my longest jaw harp, but it's not my biggest. The most massive one is the Megatron. The Megatron is way out there decorated. It's not my everyday player though. I don't play real big harps most of the time. Okay, we'll play one more harp. Everybody's been commenting. I love this. So much. I love comments. And anyways, we'll wrap it up with that. I'm going to end by playing this Najiratov Temerkomus in F2. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more harpery. Make sure to keep your harps clean, keep them dry, and keep them old. But most of all, be good to each other. I love y'all. Harp out, and I'll see y'all next Saturday for Saturday Night Jaw Harp Live. I'll read the last couple. My Pokin is my go-to hillbilly center. Oh, yeah. Grim123 says, I love mouth harps. Haven't used since school. Yeah. Oh, cool. General Blorp says Megatron. Oh. Yeah, he spells it one word, Megatron. Okay, Agordo says there was no protection. It was overpriced, but I was excited on a foreign exchange student in the U.S. Oh, yeah, so it arrived in good working order. That's good. Somebody said, is the Grover jaw harp good? I think the Grover jaw harp might be this one. If this one arrives as the Grover jaw harp, if it's the same as a Snoopy, put it in the package and get your money back, because I know Amazon will do that, and get yourself like a Pokin or something like that, or Zalagi River are awesome beginner harps because they're so easy to play, although they're not super loud. Anyways, I love y'all. Harp out. Oh, man. I really like the new Temerkomus jaw harps. Those things they're all killer. Anyways, I love y'all. See y'all next Saturday for Saturday Night Jaw Harp Live. Adios. Harp out.